Guys, welcome to my first watch review video, and today we are going to be reviewing the Hoffman Racing 40, and I'm hoping I'm getting the name right. I want to say these retail for $429. I will definitely correct that with the post at the end of the video. Just throwing up a quick link to the quick starter, or showing the quick start at the end of the video. But yeah, you can get the quick start introductory offer, I want to say for $229 for this model. They also have a Seagull Chronograph automatic version as well. And you can, I want to say it's another $200. You can also add a sapphire case back for another $29. So you have a lot of customization, custom options that you can add to this particular piece to suit your liking. Actually, I saw on Instagram on one of the watch guys I followed that he had received his special edition automatic one, and you know, it was pretty impressive to see. Like I must admit, it's actually a really well made watch. I personally do not like quartz watches, but you know, this is this one uses the Seagull hybrid quartz, Mecca-Quartz, whatever you call it. This used in brands like Undone. I think Stratton uses this movement as well. And I wasn't very familiar with it. I was expecting a click, very, ticking chronograph movement with a slow beat. And this one moves really well. I'm not sure the specific mechanics on it, but as you can see, it's not your traditional quartz movement. It is a nice little tick. And the thing that I like most about it is, unlike other quartz movements, when you reset the chronograph, it does that weird go back around in time. This has a nice reset function, which I found pretty impressive for a watch, initially that will cost you, $230 to, $400, depending on the variant, and, if you're able to get involved in a Kickstarter or not. And then show you the chronograph movement again. Once again, nice straight back to the beginning, and then we do it again. So let's start to dive in. So the things I love about it, first is the pushers. I think the chronograph is really fun to play with. Like I said, nice stop. Resets right at 0. Once again, this is the Seagull Mecca-Quartz movement, so accuracy would not be a concern. I am not an accuracy fanatic, so I did not do the whole timing thing. But as you can see, the pushers do as they should. Start, stop. And you get that mechanical watch feel that I miss whenever I have a quartz chronograph. And this one checks the boxes. The bezel on the watch, is your traditional chronograph tachymeter. And once again, like it is very, very well executed. I don't know what material it is. I'm going to be positive that it's not ceramic. But, it has a nice sheen, nice gloss to it that really makes the watch pop on your wrist. And then let's transition to the dial, which is where I think this watch really shines. So I really adore this dial. People can say that it's a Daytona homage. You don't have this third step dial, but it is definitely made to resemble a high-end watch. And because I think the bezel on a watch like this, it's very easy to draw the conclusion that this could be somewhat considered a Daytona homage. But they do some things really well that I think make it stand unique. One, the name is simple. I think it's just the right amount of text on the dial. As you can see, this watch is 50-meter water resistance. The brand name Hoffman, nothing too gaudy. I have a problem with some of the new micro brand names. They just don't appeal to me. Hoffman's a classic name. Don't know why they chose the name Hoffman, but it looks really good on the dial. And then there's levels to the dial, as you can see. It's white with a black chapter ring on the inside. Hey, there's not a ton of very well executed Panda dials, I think, on the market, and I think they do a great job with this dial. It's not silver. It is a white dial, somewhat of an off-white, but it is definitely a white dial, and I would say this is a true Panda. So unlike a lot of traditional chronographs that are automatic, your two sub dials here serve a little bit different of a function. So this sub dial sort of acts as a 24-hour hand, which is something that I really enjoyed. So this is your hour marker and kind of where you are. So I was first looking at it, I thought the watch was defective because I kept hitting the chronograph pusher and I didn't see it moving. I didn't see a normal ticket second hand. And you know what I swiftly found out is that this is a 24-hour indicator. So when you're setting the watch, you can definitely make sure you know that the 12 o'clock is 12 o'clock and not midnight. The other one is just your normal kind of your normal minute counter, right? So you can see that jumped. You know, when we reset the chronograph, you can see where it jumps and it starts to time. So chronograph is going to run for an hour. You know, hour consistently, and then it'll stop. But that's what that second sub dial is for. Some of the other features of the watch, you can see, we can get there. You know, the crown is engraved with the H, the logo. And then you do have an engraved case back. As I just purchased this watch, I don't really have an opinion on how long that's going to last. The engravings do look deep enough. Nothing fancy, but I don't think it needs to be, right? It's a quartz watch. Secure it with screws, 50-meter water resistance. I don't plan on swimming in the watch. You know, then it's numbered with the addition. So I have 44 of 150. The strap, you know, it's pretty standard. You know, I've seen straps like this on eBay for $20, $10, which I think would be in line with what, you know, you would see. And this is brand new, so maybe this break in, this leather wear a little different. I am not a strap guru, so I can't really tell you, you know, like if this strap is extremely higher quality or lower quality than anything else I experienced. But just compared to some of the other watches I own, this is where it's a little bit subjective. You know, it's a different leather out of the box, right? So we'll see over time. You know, my IWCs, you know, all had, you know, really, really high quality straps, but those straps would also set you back 2 times the price of this watch, and that's just for the strap. So it's really, you have to complain. What I do like about it, and I love that a lot of micro brands are starting to transition to this, is the quick strap change feature. I don't know why. I do change straps a lot, even though I don't care about necessarily owning all quality straps. Like I have straps that cost $10, and I have straps that are, you know, north of $300, $400, and I just like different straps. And you know, I love that feature. This is a 40-millimeter chronograph. And let me tell you, I truly adore 40-millimeter chronographs. They really make my heart sing. Let's get this on my wrist here. A lot of companies want to make the watch so big, and they're getting bigger. A 40-millimeter chronograph, to me, it just wears right, because I don't know. Let me get this on the wrist here. And please forgive me, guys. Feedback is welcome. Try to be somewhat nice, but, you know, this is my first video. Yeah, so I do love a 40-millimeter chronograph. It's just the perfect size for to me, a chronograph. And, you know, looking at this compared to some other chronographs, because it's a Mecca-Quartz, it's thin. 40 millimeters, it looks great. And I have 7 1/4 inch wrist. So let me see if I can get you a better angle of this. 1 second. Give you some context. Sorry, my tripod just fell. So there you go. I mean, 40 millimeters on the wrist. Yeah, and this is my wrist is 7 1/4. You know, I do wear bracelets quite a bit. These are Beyond Beanie bracelets, by the way. I'll give you my coupon code if you would like Beyond Beanie bracelets. Give you 25% off. They also make hats. Great calls. But anyway, yeah, I mean, as you can see, you know, 27 1/4 wrists, 40 millimeters. This just wears phenomenal. So am I impressed with the watch? For the price that I got it for, absolutely. This is a keeper. I didn't do the whole watch box review. The box is nothing to write home about. If you guys would like to see the box, let me know. I can definitely shoot you some pictures. You know, when you're trying to be a Kickstarter company and, you know, price and keeping a price realistic for a new brand. I don't care about you spending a couple $100s on a box, right? I care about the level of detail, and this watch does it. Like they did a fantastic job. So yeah, really, really great. Is there anything else? Let me get the buckle. So yeah, nothing fancy about the buckle. You actually can get a deployant clasp through them for like $29. So nothing, not too expensive. Yeah, so what would I buy instead of this watch if my watch budget was only, $230 to $400? I think it depends on your collection. This, for me right now at this price point, checks every box that I need. Yeah, I mean, I don't have anything just like it. I mean, this is the, my IWC chronograph on an Erica's NATO strap. Not Panda. There's my other, white dial or silver dial IWC, on another Erica's, original strap, not Panda. My Manta Gen 1 Ocean King, beautiful, not Panda. Big Pilot, which takes up majority of my wrist time. This was definitely my girl for the longest time. Not a chronograph, not Panda. My Oris Diver, and once again, not Panda. I'm gonna be doing reviews on all these watches, or not necessarily reviews. Some of them has been reviewed a million times. But while my collection is what it is, but yeah, I mean, this checks a different box, and every watch in my collection checks a different box. And oddly enough, when you look at that collection, the Hoffman kind of fits right in. It doesn't feel so much out of place, which I think is really hard to do. I have a vintage tag upstairs that I can show that probably closer in line to the quality, but like I said, I'm really impressed. This is not a paid promo. If Hoffman wants to send me a watch for the video, I would love an automatic version. It'd be great. But I'm not expecting that to happen. I just wanted to review a high quality, I think, watch that's under $250 if you do the Kickstarter now, and I didn't see any reviews for it, and I think it's one that should be reviewed. And like I said, what would I buy? I don't think I would buy anything else at this price point, at least for me personally. So for all you other, high-end watch collectors out there, like if you're looking for something for just cheap, fun frills, like this is it. I'll probably never own a Paul Newman Daytona. Maybe this is why I really like this. I don't see myself becoming a millionaire in this lifetime so far. But yeah, whoever knows, who knows? Maybe I get a Paul Newman one day, and this will probably still stay because it made me feel like it was possible until the time. So once again, first watch review, feedback's welcome in the channel. I don't talk for radio. I don't have a radio voice. I never went to broadcasting school. So this is really just me with an honest watch assessment. But, I like to do different things, get better. My real hobby is music. So if I don't really have a lot of followers. I don't promote my music. I do a lot of small jobs here and there, but, definitely feel free to check out my music. My sons sometimes hijack my YouTube channels. So there's some games. We fight over the avatar. So he just created his own YouTube channel. So hopefully that doesn't happen. So yeah, subscribe. I'll be doing a couple reviews coming up. Probably do one a week of some of my collection and why they're in here. And I also post a lot of watch photos. You can follow me on Instagram at Alkies. I'll actually put a link to that. And you also can, follow me on a couple of forums. I'm on Watch You Seek. I'm on Watch Freaks, under Jimmy Willie. Yeah. And once again, thank you guys for taking a few minutes to watch this. I'm going to try to edit it down so it's not 30 minutes. But we'll see. I don't know what the appropriate time for review. Once again, taking all kind of feedback. Thank you.